Hey guys, what's up? This is Hex, and in today's episode for the Elder Scrolls Network, I wanted to talk about vampires. Now, the vampire, I guess, revamping or upgrade or whatever you want to call it, is going to be releasing free as part of the Update 26 game patch alongside of the Greymore chapter. And this means, of course, you don't have to have the you don't have to buy the Greymore chapter to get it. So for those of you who are worrying that it might be, locked behind, DLC, you don't have to worry about that. Looking through the Elder Scrolls Online website, their notes, as well as like looking at footage on the Bethesda YouTube site, which I will leave both links in the description box below. I did find some rather interesting information about the upcoming changes for vampires. Kyle Nowak, which I believe that's how you pronounce his last name, who is the combat designer behind Update, he's quoted as saying, "For the combat, we wanted to use a clearly defined gameplay concepts to help describe the experience and ability synergies we wanted to create, with the main themes being blood magic, hit and run aggressiveness, and stealth and elusiveness." And he goes on to say, for example, one of the new synergies that reflects the blood magic theme are the first two abilities called Eviscerate and Blood Frenzy. Eviscerate is a straightforward spammable that deals more damage based on your own missing health, while Blood Frenzy is a toggle ability that drains your own health in exchange for increased weapon and spell damage. Both abilities synergize perfectly with each other, and using them both in tandem is part of the vampire's offensive output. Now, I imagine for some people they might be like, "Oh, I don't know about this," decreasing health, for the the blood frenzy, the decrease health, to get increased weapon spell damage. But I would imagine it would be significant. It'd have to be a significant amount. Otherwise, nobody would really want to use that particular ability. So there's a bit of a trade-off. I like the idea of eviscerate. Doing more damage. If you're kind of low on health. So that kind of really protects you. Um, but the notes do go on to say that they're also mentioned a brand new ultimate ability called Blood Scion, and what this is, it's kind of like the lycanthropy, where you're going to be able to transform into this big, huge, hulking vampire creature. And while in this form, you're going to obviously get your boost to your health, stamina, magicka, but you're also going to be able to heal yourself when dealing damage. And here's the kicker: also, you're going to be able to see enemies through walls, and it just makes me, that last one just makes me want to make a vampire character myself, just so I can see, how that's going to work. Um, but the team also goes on to, or well, the notes also go on to talk about some of the downsides to being a vampire. It says that the team has also changed the ways you must manage the four stages of the blood curse. You can increase your stage by feeding on NPCs, but they slowly decrease over time, forcing you to embrace your dark side if you wish to retain your most deadly powers. Each stage you reach decreases the cost of your vampire active abilities and activates certain passive abilities, making you more effective on the battlefield. However, there is a new cost to this new power, and increasing your stage of vampirism can have the following penalties: reduction in health recovery, increase in damage from flame attacks, which that's always been the case, but I imagine it's going to be much more significant now, and increase costs in your non-vampiric activities. Also, it is mentioned as far as like the downside to being the vampire is the justice system. So that means if you do anything overly vampiric, much like if a necromancer does anything of pertaining to necromancy that's going to draw attention, the law is going to come down on your. So that's just something to be aware of if you decide to do the vampire character. And that's all I wanted to talk to you guys for today. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video, and please subscribe if you haven't done so already. And what do you think of the changes that are coming to the vampires? Do you think it's a good or a bad thing? Just leave your comments in the comment section below. And I hope to talk to you guys real soon. Take care.